I just couldn't believe that our government had not only abandoned him, but the three other Americans with him. And in that same time frame, there were four others who were actually abandoned by our government. So it was clear to me that our government needed to rethink this. I just couldn't believe it because we had had three youngsters in the military, and they always said that we never leave an American behind, and I applauded that idea. But knowing that our son had gone into Syria as a journalist, just like Jason, wanting to make sure our world could understand what was happening in that part of the world, the fact that our government did not see his return as a priority was very concerning to me. And I just felt our country could and had to do better. So that was my hope.
Diane, at the time that Jim was taken hostage, how was the government set up to deal with families, if at all?
It wasn't. It wasn't. As a matter of fact, I quit my job in early 2013 because I thought, golly, I've got to figure this out. And I began monthly trips to Washington. I was courteously received, cordially received, but passed around, if you will. Always saw mid-level people who had no power to help me, but no one was really honest with me and told me that until much later, until a few months before Jim's murder. That when David Bradley had helped us realize that Jim was not alone, but instead with other Americans. That's when we had some straight answers, if you will. Mark Mitchell was very clear about telling us that our government was going to do nothing. They were not going to send a rescue mission. They were not going to ask another country to help us. But if we dared to pay ransom, we could face prosecution. And it was a really daunting way to be treated. However, he was the one who was most truthful.